Hey guys, I know I just posted this in my recent video, but I really wanted to give you guys just a video with just a DIY couch makeover because whenever I was looking for information on how to do my couch, I really struggled with finding a ton of videos. And so I thought that it might be helpful to someone else that is looking for a DIY couch makeover type video to be able to like do a restoration on it or do a furniture transformation or just to do a dramatic couch makeover or whatever it is that you need, whether it's tips or you need to learn how to reupholster a couch or how to reupholster a sectional couch. I wanted to give you guys some inspiration on how you can do your sofa. So I hope this video gives you that motivation and gives you tons of inspiration on how to do it for yourself. So, like I said, I really wanted to give you guys this because I know for me personally, I really struggled on finding a video that really helped me a whole lot. I did find a few and I just kind of did my own thing. So, like I said, I'm definitely going to share my tips on how I did this. So, as I walk through this video, you can definitely use these ideas if you want to as well. I will tell you this DIY couch makeover was so easy to do. And honestly, it was such a dramatic couch makeover. And I was so satisfied with the outcome that, like I said, I definitely had to share it with you guys because I figured if I'm looking for some inspiration on how to do my couch and do like a DIY project with my couch, especially if you have like an older couch that needs a little TLC or just a little bit of a facelift. This is definitely something that you guys could benefit from as well. So like I said, I definitely wanted to share it. I did pick up some plywood from my local Lowe's store, but you could probably get this from any hardware store. So if you don't have a Lowe's or if you have like a Home Depot or something like that, just any hardware store that sells plywood, you can pick that up. And then you can also pick up a staple gun and staplers. I will kind of give you an idea on how to use that throughout the video if you would like to use it. I chose not to, but there is some ways that you can definitely use it. And then I also picked up a couple of blankets, oversized blankets, and I actually winded up getting king or queen. I want to say it was king size blankets, but it may have been the queen size ones. But my couch is a sectional, and I winded up picking two of them up to make sure that that was plenty to cover the cushions on my couch. I will tell you, whenever you are trying to figure out how to reupholster a couch, you can use tons of different things. I have seen people use drop cloths. I've even heard of some people using like shower curtains, like the cloth ones, or you can use like thin blankets or just whatever kind of material. You could even go to like Walmart and pick up some cheaper material. I personally just wanted to use something that would last a little bit longer. So I kind of put my money into the blankets. But like I said, there are a ton of different options. You just want to find a material that you would be comfortable covering your sofa with. And then, like I said, you also need some plywood, and you could use staplers if you'd like. I didn't use a stapler, but you can definitely do that as well. My sofa had huge holes in it where we were sitting, and like I said, this is definitely an older sofa. So I decided, instead of stapling the material around the sofa and the board, I was going to skip that step. And what I did was I put the blanket directly on top of my couch, and then I used the plywood to kind of hold it in place, and then I tucked it around the cushions. And that worked great for me because I have two young children and they are a little bit messy and they're constantly getting things on my sofa and all of that. So I wanted to be able to remove the blankets so that I could cover them. But I did see where you could use like a drop cloth or something, and you can actually take this material and you put the plywood on top of the cushion or underneath it, and then you can actually put the material, you can cut it or whatever you want to do, and you can actually staple it to the plywood and it'll secure it in place. So just kind of the same thing as what I'm doing, only I didn't use the staples. But like I said, you can use staples to secure it in place so that it doesn't move. But I also felt like if I did that, I would have to cut the material, and I didn't want to do that because I actually wanted to be able to remove it to wash it. And like I said, with staples, it makes it really hard to remove it. So if you are not a messy person and you want to make sure it's secure and it doesn't move, I think stapling would be a great option. I just personally chose not to do that. But like I said, you can definitely do what you feel is the best option for you. Now, I know that there are some sofas that come with like the backs, and you can actually remove those. I don't have any back cushions. I only have pillows. And personally, I just wound up cleaning those really well and just reusing them. So whenever I focused on reupholstering my cushions, that was just something that I wanted to focus on with just the cushions and not so much the pillows. I did wind up removing some of the stuffing inside of it, and kind of making the pillows a little bit more fluffy and stuff on some of them, and definitely did a nice clean on them. But as you can tell, as I was talking about before, this is kind of a better look at what I meant by using the material and then putting the plywood on top of it to kind of hold it. And this serves two purposes. It actually will hold the material in place, but it also is a support. And instead of spending a ton of money on those supports underneath the couch, I went ahead and just picked up some plywood. Honestly, I feel like this is a lot easier and a cheaper, less budget friendly, or more budget friendly option than those support beams that you buy from like Amazon and stuff. These pieces of plywood, I think, were like $20 for like 6 pieces. It was very inexpensive. So you definitely have tons of different options that you can use. And you may just have some like old pieces of plywood laying around in like maybe your wood shop or something that you can use instead of going out and buying them and maybe just cutting them. But like I said, instead of tucking the material around all of it, you can definitely staple this down if you chose to. And it may be easier to do that on the floor if you want to do that option. You would kind of do it the same way. You would take the plywood and put it on top of the cushion, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take your material and wrap it around the cushion, and then you're going to staple it to the back of the plywood, so that whenever you set your cushion back on the couch, the plywood is underneath it and then your cushion is on top.